Good morning. Step 1, sweep in feed and imagine the day that Juno does this for us. Step 2, measure out exactly where this barn's going. Definitely opens up this place when you take out all the fence posts, all the fence panels, everything. It's actually the first time that I'm going to be able to measure it without going over something or under something or imagining how wide something is. This is, actually more exact than anything else. We do have the loader back today, so we'll be able to actually tidy up the last of the random things that are around here, and then we'll actually have room for it. The barn itself is one that I don't think we really have to measure. We'll just kind of tack out where it is, because basically that door right there, it's the back of the barn, and the front of the barn comes up not all the way to the corner there, but part way up. So it's kind of already mapped out. The big question is, where does this manure pit go? The municipality, the rules, the regulations say we have to be set back 5 meters from the center of a municipal drain. I don't know if you remember in past videos, we talked about this municipal drain kind of basically doing a horseshoe around all of our buildings. So we want to set this as far back as we can to make sure that we have room down the road, because nothing's really going to fit between the manure pit and the drain, so we might as well have it set as far back. So what we got to find out today is, where is 5 meters? That's a little more than 16 feet. What we're going to do is we're going to measure 20 feet from the center of the drain, just to give us a little bit of wiggle room, and then we'll from there be able to set the center of the pit. Now, the nice thing about finding this municipal drain is the fact that they just redid it within the last little while. So it's kind of hard to tell. You can tell in person, basically the run of weeds up the middle. That's where the center of the drain is. So now with the kids back in school, never thought I'd say that after them being home for months and months and months at a time, that this is actually one job where I'm going to miss having them around. But we'll see if we can do it ourselves. There you have it, a row of yellow flags. That's 20 feet, more than 5 meters from the center of the drain. That gives us our picture of where in here the pit will fit. We're not going to actually measure it, because they'll have to GPS it anyway, but at least we can get the ballpark as to where that center is going to be. We're going to pace it. Every time I paste a step, that usually equals about 3 feet per step. So let's see if we can't find 90 feet across. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's step from this point. We got to step from it in 4 directions. We step from it from that direction. Let's step to the drain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 puts us in line with between that window and that window. If I'm looking straight, it's probably about there is where the front of the pit would be. If I don't have kids, you get to be my marker. Don't move. 4, 5, 6, 7. 20 feet. Or at least 20 feet. That's wide enough to get a tractor and a manure tanker through. Here's where we had the mark before. 1. 2. A little more space off there. Another few feet off the back of the barn. Let's mark this as center of the pit. Yeah. And then when they come to do the actual GPS measurements, I think we'll be able to do it well there. It doesn't look as big when you get it all out in flags. But when they put it 12 feet into the ground, it's gonna look enormous. All right, let's get the last of the junk out of the barnyard. All right, let's start with this log from a tree right near the house we chopped down, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. We had one chunk of the trunk in the pasture and one here in the barnyard, both as scratching posts of sorts. Mainly because they were so big and we didn't know what else to do with them. Today, we're gonna run them and throw them in the wood pile. No matter how many times I grease this loader, man, it just comes back to that squeak the next day. I want to show you something for a sec. So, in case you're new to corn for feed, we grow quite a bit of it, all as silage, and this is kind of interesting. I think we'll be chopping this, I'm hoping, by the weekend. Can you see across there? I don't know if you can tell, I hope you can, how there's quite a few kind of random stalks that are taller than the rest. That's a difference in variety. We ran a test plot over at the other farm where we're gonna fill the silo, and then when we were done it, we put all those random ones, mixed them in row number 1 on the planter. And if you can see, that's actually exactly what coincides with why there's a run of tall ones, and then a break, and then a run of tall ones, and a break, and then a run of tall ones. It all comes out of row 1. So, moral of the story, I'm quite keen to see how that silage plot delivers, because clearly there's a difference between plants. So here's a tall one. Take a look. Definitely ready to chop. I hope we are chopping in the next couple of days. But there's a cob from a tall one. There's a cob from the tall one. Short one. Short one. Short one. Huh. Well, clearly, when we see in the test plot, we'll have a closer look. But these are all the random seeds. I definitely want more of this variety than of this variety. No, 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 yes. That's the difference in picking varieties. Enough crop scouting. Let's get back to work. Oh! I win. Good. Float off. Well, fog has finally burned off this morning. Man, the fog rolled in and was it ever heavy. So it's put us behind because I just don't really like driving tractors on the highway here when it is that foggy. So a little bit behind, but we did get the silo unloader up to the top of the silo. Almost, you got about 6 feet maybe. That much again. Again. Let's try it there. Today is silo filling day. And it's actually, for both getting the silo unloader up and filling the silo, it is actually likely going to be the very last time we do that. All the animals over there are going to be moved to the new barn when we get it built, so we're just actually going to fill it about half full, and then that'll be it for the silo.